Guess what, all? Dune 2000. Alright, first things first. I actually already did a video on Dune 2000, but I noticed that my view count for that one video was getting really high for, in comparison to all the other videos I had done. So I was thinking maybe that was a good indication that people may want a Dune 2000 series. Alright, but first thing first, let's just know a couple of things. I'm going to be basically going over a few things I noted in the last video. Dune 2000 is basically a remake of Dune 2, and that was the archetype game for the real-time strategy genre. It basically spawned the blueprints for all the other games like Warcraft, Starcraft, Dark Reign, Command and Conquer, and all that. Dune 2000 wasn't too well received when it came out, but for the most part, Dune 2000 was a fairly interesting game, and it's a lot harder than like all the Command and Conquer games that Westwood had put out before. As you can see, it's got 3 factions in it. It's got Atreides, Ordos, and Harkonnen. Each of these factions are different in a little different ways, but they're more or less all the same in how they work. Starting from the left here on the Atreides. The Atreides emphasize nobility. They're like the good guys in this game, and later on they basically rely on like superpower type abilities. Like they like to have like their air superiority on Orphodons that blow up the enemy from the skies, and they also strike from stealth with Fremen later on when they get to Atreides Palace. Their units are kind of weak in comparison to the Ordos or Harkonnen units, but they make up for it with a lot more tactics. Like you can use the sonic tank to wipe out comms of units. You can use the the air superiority to blow up stuff from the air and stuff like that. The Ordos. The Ordos are basically a more economical house, and they're like they're like the middle house in terms of strength, though they're not as populated as the Atreides or the Harkonnen worlds. They're basically one that relies on smuggling and deception, sabotage, and mercenaries to win the day. Their units are more economically based, but at the same time, they're also really weakly armored and all that. They have fairly good firepower, and they're very good at confusing and destroying the enemy's key points to prevent them from hurting them anymore. But for the most part, they're like a more stealthy, blow up the guy's construction yard and then run away type house. And then right here we got the Harkonnen. They're the faction I played with in my original video. The Harkonnen are basically ruthless, devastating people. They rely on heavier units and heavier armor and powerful units, and later on they use nukes. Basically, they blow up the guy with like extreme prejudice. I pretty much like the Harkonnen faction the best, but for this first video we're actually going to do something different. First things first, I'm going to do, like, say, Atreides here. And yes.
Atreides claimed strategic regions. Ordos moved in on the east. Harkonnen invade from the north.
Alright, so we're going to start with the Atreides here. And I'm going to go this here. So harvest spice for the Imperial Basin, construct a spice variety and defend it against Harkonnen troops, scattered throughout the basin. You've been assigned only a limited defense force, use them wisely. You will have to learn the subtleties of mining as you go, but remember to build silos to store the spice. When you run out of storage space, you will lose all unstored spice. Also, any buildings without adequate concrete foundation will need immediate repair and be vulnerable to erosive damage. For the harsh environments, your greatest adversary may be the elements. So, it's pretty much standard, much like the other Harkonnen mission I started with. All the standard stuff you get. So let's run through it real quick. Gotta set the settings here. Game settings, let's go scroll rate down. We're going to set the scroll rate up, the game speed up rather. I don't really need it to be slow, so. Kill him. And we're just going to book this mission real quick. So much like the Harkonnen, they have all the same type of units like trikes and infantry. And as I said, a lot of the stuff in this game, it's very similar, but at the same time, there's like these little intricate differences that make these factions unique. Yes, you want me to build a refinery. him. As you can see, I'm just recklessly pushing forward. I don't care what these guys are doing. I will eventually get attacked, but for now,
Reinforcements have arrived.
the enemy should have reinforcements as well.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
I'll build a silo.
Sufficient funds.
Let's go. Yes, Commander. Let's go. Orders confirmed. Let's go. Yes, Commander.
That's pretty much the Atreides mission in a nutshell, as you can see.
Worm sign.
Whoa! There's a worm right there. So I want to keep him out of that area because of the worm. Build a silo to store additional spice.
Construction complete.
Reporting. Orders confirmed. Let's go.
Worm sign.
Alright, so he'll just run around slowly. I probably shouldn't have built that silo there because it's blocking the way in there. But whatever. So now it's just basically a simple mission. Guard a spice, be done with it. Anyhow, so as I said, this game was kind of difficult in comparison to Command and Conquer missions. You'll find that the missions start to get more difficult once you get to, say, mission 4 or 5. The first 3 missions, though, for all 3 factions are mostly as easy. The first mission for all 3 is just simple resource collection. The second one is just simple blow up the enemy's base. And the third, the Ordos have like one different mission where you have to guard spice, but the Harkonnen and Atreides just blow up the enemy. And then mission 4, they all start to get different and unique. My objective then for right now will just be very simple. I'm just going to play as the Atreides right now, and then I'm going to move over to the Ordos and I'll show you them in the first mission. And I'll probably also play the Harkonnen mission 1 as well. Or maybe I won't do that. Maybe let's play the Ordos mission next. And we'll go with the Harkonnen mission third. But for now, as you can see, my harvester has managed to collect the spice it needs. So boom, boom, boom.
Worm sign. Mission
Win.
complete.
So mission accomplished. That's it for this mission.
Atreides captured more territory and drove the Ordos out. Ordos head for the Harkonnen. Harkonnen expanded their borders.
Alright, so we'll save it here. So Atreides. Let's go with this. Atreides 2. And I'll see you next time for Ordos when I do that.
Game saved.
Alright, welcome back all. So I decided I'm going to combine the videos in between like when I stopped the Atreides recording and start this one. So now I'm going to move on to the Ordos here.
Ordos took the best land. Harkonnen are a threat. Atreides are close by.
As you can see, I turned up the volume a little bit so you could hear what that person was saying. That's the adjutant, I think he's called. And this time we're with the Ordos and just going to push on. So spice is wealth. Serve the Ordos by harvesting spice in the Imperial Basin. If Harkonnen's forces attempt to interrupt the flow of spice, neutralize them. Efficiency dictates that silence must be built to avoid loss of spice. Build concrete foundation to avoid unnecessary damage from the elements. To do otherwise is wasteful. And then blah blah, it's basically the same thing as when we do with the Atreides. Harvester, concrete, all this other stuff. You get the basic idea. It's just the same mission all over again. So start. Game settings are like that. I'll turn the music down volume for now. And we're going to just do this quickly. And as you can see, there's a couple things different. I'll build a couple things here.
Construction complete. Building.
First things first, you'll notice I've got raiders instead of the trikes that I had before. For the Ordos, they actually have this little more advanced bike for killing infantry with. And I'll show you off what it does in a moment, right after I just get the refinery underway.
Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete.
Yes, yes, yes. It says the same thing again. Alright, let's go search for our stuff to kill.
Orders received. Orders received. Orders
There's Harkonnen.
Orders received. Orders received. Confirmed. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Confirmed.
That Harkonnen trooper.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Alright, we got some reinforcements, so the enemy will get reinforcements too.
Yes, sir. Confirmed. Yes, sir.
There's no raider, I'll take
Orders
it.
received. Yes, sir. We are ready. Construction complete.
Kill them.
Unit lost. New construction.
And now we've got ourselves a refinery. So it's basically, you know, just like the Atreides mission and the Harkonnen first mission.
Confirmed. Orders received. Confirmed. Yes, sir.
I think I lost some units, but who really cares? Now it's just a simple mission of Garrett Spice. Oh, more Harkonnen units.
We are ready. Very well. On our way.
Kill them.
On our way.
We should be good until a worm pops up.
Construction.
Now something to note, you can actually, what can I say? Kill the worms. There's a worm right there. I haven't actually tried to do so because there's really no point in like this first mission. It's not going to really harm you. But later on, it'll become important to try and kill worms because they'll interrupt your collection of spice, and they're just annoying to have around to deal with. Basically, you can't spend all your time looking after your harvester. You've also got to kill the enemy, right, and do your mission objectives. Alright, so it's going to take a while. Why not? We'll send you guys over here. Now, as I think I said before in the Harkonnen mission, this is infantry cover, so these guys can run through it. These guys, however, can't, so...
Orders received. Awaited orders.
Maybe we can kill this. Maybe we'll see. I'm not going to bother moving around, but if you shoot at a worm long enough, eventually it dissipates and it just disappears for a while. Spice storage. That's actually worth noting, by the way. These little green pits mean how much storage of spice you got in a silo or the refinery. So if you get full green, you can't store any more spice, so that's what they refer about building silos to prevent that. Oh, look at that. I did kill a worm. So we killed it just before we complete the mission. And here we go for the Ordos.
Mission complete.
Mission complete. So you get all that.
Advanced without a challenge. The Atreides spread too thin. The Harkonnen drew closer.
Alright, so as you can see, we're going to go after Harkonnen with the Ordos next, but for now, we're just going to go Ordos.
Game saved.
And we're back. Start new game, hard. Harkonnen. Yes.
Harkonnen arrived first. The weak Atreides will be easy. The Ordos are coming closer.
Alright. Mine the spice from the Imperial basement before the Atreides try to seize the area. Execute anyone who tries to stop you. Build silos to store the spice. Remember to place buildings on concrete foundations to prevent erosion and gradual decline. To build without concrete will be inefficient. Inefficiency will not be tolerated. And again, blah blah blah. Mine. Same units. Start.
Awaiting orders.
Yep, and you got Harkonnen music now.
Construction complete. Building.
That's actually worth noting.
Construction
Frank,
complete.
the person who did the music for, Westwood back in the day, one of the great things about the games is that, his music was like really,
Construction complete.
it had a really good feel to it.
Options.
And like basically, as you see here,
Yes, sir. Construction complete.
it's like you got this Harkonnen groove going on for the music in the background.
Complete. Building.
Yeah.
Construction complete. Building.
Okay, that's going underway. Let's look around.
Order received. Order received. Order received. Harkonnen out.
Kill him.
Order received. Order received.
Just to emphasize, yes, these are trikes, not raiders like the Ordos.
Harkonnen out. Harkonnen out. Harkonnen out. Harkonnen
In comparison to raiders, trikes aren't all that weaker.
Harkonnen out.
The only difference is that they cost 300 less and are a little bit, just a little bit weaker than the raider.
Construction options. Building. Insufficient funds.
Okay, not sure if you heard me there. Basically,
My lord.
compared to the Ordos, the trikes for the Atreides and Harkonnen aren't that much weaker.
My lord. Unit lost. Order received. Order received. Yes, sir.
Go over here.
Yes, sir.
Not cleared.
Order received. Order received.
There's the worm.
Ready. As you wish. Worm side. Ready. Harkonnen out. Construction complete.
Keep on the rocks so the worm can't get them.
Cannot build here.
Yeah, you'll shoot them. Worm can't get you if you're on the rock like this, so perfect protection. Move these guys up one.
Worm side.
We'll probably kill this worm, I think, just because I'm doing a lot of damage already to it. There it goes. Bye-bye. But you really want to be careful with killing worms just for the simple reason that if you kill a worm, they always come back. And you can't actually kill worms. So all you do is drive them away. Is what I'm, getting at. Alright, now it's just a simple waiting game here. Just like in the last two missions.
Reporting. Harkonnen out. Ready. As you wish. My lord.
One thing to know about infantry cover is that it's important to use because later on, like when you're running into comic tanks and stuff like that, they can switch your enemies. Infantry cover will keep these guys alive a lot longer. So unlike in the rest of the Command & Conquer games, you want infantry to keep your forces diverse, and you want to make use of the infantry cover to keep them alive because they're weak. And we're done.
Mission complete.
Alright, that'll be it for the first video. Next time we do, yet again, Mission 2. And it's going to be the same for all three. Continue.
Harkonnen spread out strong forces. Ordos stole more land.
Alright, save. Harkonnen.
Game saved.
And I'll see you in Mission 2.